be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.
What's up? What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Pull up a seat. Hope you enjoyed the content. And before we get into this video, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Go ahead and tap that bell while you're at it so you're notified anytime I drop a brand new video. Go live and schedule a premiere. All right, y'all. Today I'm eating some jerk mushroom nachos and they are fully loaded. I'm going to let you know exactly what's on these nachos after I take a couple of bites. All right. So I want this one. Oh, yeah. It's the perfect one. Need a jalapeno. Yes. Woo. All that flavor. I need a fork. I'll be right back. All right. I definitely need a fork. Another bite for y'all. Yes. Okay. All right, we got the jerk mushrooms on here, which are baby bella mushrooms, packed with flavor through and through. Jalapenos. I got some salsa, some romaine lettuce. I put some cucumbers on here, jalapenos, cheese, cilantro. Bomb. Oh, this is good. Y'all, since I made this first, like the first batch of like jerk mushrooms, I've been tearing them up. I really have. Because now that I have my seasoning already made, it's just so easy to make them. Because if you make it on your own, you know, you got to get all the spices, put everything together, get this measure, get this right. But having the sample, I can make these. I've made a lot over the last like week. I've had just jerk mushrooms by themselves with broccolini on the side, nachos, fajitas. I haven't recorded an eating video in a minute. My bad, y'all. I've been working on other stuff. And I also just been chilling, enjoying the summer, honestly. I had an amazing weekend. This past weekend. Went to, I hope I said the name right, Zambezi Bay. Went to a water park. Had a great time out there. Then the next day, me and my honey just chilled all day. We ordered some food. We watched YouTube and Netflix all day. We binge watched an entire series, Survival of the Thickest, on Netflix. It's a great comedy. It's funny. I love it. I love it. I love seeing a plus size woman as the main character. You know, because in a lot of storylines, the plus size woman is the funny friend. She never has a serious relationship. Nobody is really interested in her. Nobody really takes her serious. That happens often, maybe often than you even think. If you hear noise, y'all, it's my neighbor. So they probably in the video too. Bam Bam is here in the video as well. But yeah, like, it's a really easy watch. So we watched that. And then the following day, we went to a phone birthday party. We had a good time. We really did. Some of my honey's friends threw a party for their daughter. She turned 1. And then it was an adult party right after. And y'all, they had this obstacle course. Woo! Y'all, it was so intense. It was really fun. I wish my birthday was in summer because I want to have a phone party now. It's hitting the spot. It is. I'm definitely making this again. Woo. That jar got a kick to it for real. Man. So what's up with y'all? How the summer been? How's everything been in general? I've been good, y'all. I've been too good, actually. This salsa that I got from Kroger is so good. Eating this jerk flavor and these jalapenos at the same time really lets me know how far I've come in terms of my spice level. I could not eat a lot of spice, but now I can. Woo! I should have drank some water, but this is too good. I got a viewer topic, y'all. I was just thinking about how good I've been doing this summer with putting my sunscreen on. Because I haven't always done a good job at that. I've been doing good this summer though. I can't believe I haven't drank no water. My mouth is on fire. I feel like when I season the mushrooms, I put a lot of seasoning. The mushrooms soak it all up. All right, y'all, let me go ahead, take this last couple bites and grab the viewer topic. Before I get into the viewer topic, if you have a topic or a question you want me to ask here on the channel, go ahead and hit me up at rhondasrealtalk@gmail.com or send me a DM on Instagram at rhondasrealtalk. All of my contact information is in the description box below. This email came from a woman who wants to remain anonymous. She said, my husband and I are in our mid-50s. We've been married for 21 years and our only child is in his second year of college, and he lives on campus. I retired 6 months ago and I feel like a brand new person. Since leaving my government job, I've joined a few local groups that I found online. I go to brunch once or twice a month with my girls, and I recently enrolled in a Zumba class. My husband won't retire for another 3 years. He hates working, but he hates my social life even more. It seems like he resents me. It seems like he's jealous of everything I do and the places I go. He had a circle of friends. The 5 of them met in college and stayed connected all these years. 3 of the men moved to another state and 2 of them passed away. All that happened during the pandemic. I feel bad for everything that's changed within his friend circle, but I don't think it's fair for him to expect me to slow down and be at home with him every single day. What are your thoughts? Am I being a bad wife? I don't think you're being a bad wife. I won't say that at all. And let me say this, congratulations on your retirement and, just getting settled into your new life. I understand that's a huge transition of trying to figure out life after, working for so many years. So, I wish you all the best with that. And I think it's great that you're trying to get out there and figure out what you like. You're being active, hanging out with friends, being intentional, trying out different groups and stuff like that. I love that. So I just feel like that your husband really needs you probably at this time. I don't think that requires you to stop doing everything that you're doing. But the people that he used to, spend time with, be able to kick his feet up, have a good time, talk, have his guy talk or whatever aren't around. So 2 of them are gone completely. They passed away. And then 3 aren't in close proximity. They're in a different state. So I don't know how often your husband talks on the phone or if he talks on the phone at all. So just imagine how hard it is for him to have that connection with his friends. And it's not the same, I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? Like hanging out with your boys face to face, and it sounds like that they have a pretty close relationship, this entire group, if they met in college and they've been close all these years, maintaining that friendship. So, we really rely on our friends a lot, in terms of being able to talk to them, spend time with them, be our true and authentic selves with them, all of that, being able to open up about stuff. So he doesn't have that. So him coming to you makes a lot of sense because you're his wife. And I'm assuming you guys have a friendship as well. So maybe he hasn't been able to use his words in terms of like the grief he's experiencing, just the loss he's feeling. He's also getting used to the transition of you not working. He's getting used to that as well. And maybe he feels some kind of way that you're not working and he still is. And I feel like that's valid. He might feel a little salty about that because he still got 3 more years to work. So he sees you being able to sleep in and do whatever you want to do. And he still has to kind of go through his routine of life, for another 3 years. And I don't know, maybe he just feels different because he's experienced close friends passing away. Somebody passed away in their 50s that can, seem very unexpected. I don't know if the friends passed away from COVID or something else, but it just a lot happened during that time. So it seems like to me that your husband is looking for you to kind of help him through this tough time of just grieving. It just sounds like a lot of transitions. And, I don't think you have to stop everything, but he may need a little more time from you, and I don't know if there's an opportunity for you to is he into any of the groups online? Maybe you can take him along with you to some of the groups that you joined or show him how to sign up for groups, give him a chance to maybe to meet other men, because I'm sure it's also complicated, maybe meeting men in your 50s, I don't know. Y'all let me know. Y'all tell me about your husbands or your dads or, their experiences, like, in their 50s and 60s, like meeting new people. That may not be the easiest thing, so he's really leaning on you as his wife, to be there for him as a friend, what I'm saying, to spend time or watch a movie or talk or go to a comedy show or whatever. So I think you got to still carve out that time and show your husband that he's still a priority, even as you transition into your brand new life, of retirement. I don't think you have to give him all of your time, but he may need a little more time than what you're currently giving is what I'm saying. So, and maybe he just doesn't know how to say that and it's coming off like he's jealous. So maybe he's not even truly jealous. He's just, like maybe when you're out, he's calling you back to back for things that aren't important, but that's just his way of saying like, he misses you, or that he just, like I said, just wants some more of your time. So just sit down and have a conversation about it. Also, maybe some of your girlfriends that you're going to brunch with, do they have husbands or are they dating anybody that you might be able to introduce your husband to? Like maybe that's something that may work out as well. I realize too that people go through different things in their 50s and 60s, because it's like you're in the middle stage of life. And it can be really hard to navigate a lot of what you're feeling and what you're thinking. And not to mention, you've lost people that are really close to you, because I would imagine, I'm somebody who now lives in a different state. So I have to manage my friendships, that I've had for many years as well. And I don't feel like it's hard, but I'm saying like you got a time difference. People have different schedules. You're trying to be mindful. Like my friend Toya called me yesterday and I was so tired from the party that I was like, she called me, I was at the party, and then I was like, I'm gonna call you back. But then by the time I got, we made it back to the house, and by the time we got settled, I was tired. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have any energy to talk on the phone. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to call you back later this week. I'll call you back the next day, right? So it's a lot of things that kind of go into that. So I think you should just have a little more compassion, and just see how you can incorporate more time with your husband or incorporate him into the activities that you're doing. I don't think he has to do every single activity with you, but incorporate him, and I don't know, maybe make his lunch, like just have a nice gesture, to make sure that you guys are connected. You know what I'm saying? Like, because maybe he feels like there's a disconnect, because you're just prioritizing your new life and maybe he kind of feels left out or left behind. It could be a number of things, but I think you just got to sit down and have that conversation and not even make assumptions, because it may not be jealousy. Again, it may just be him wanting attention, but just not really knowing how to say that, Yeah, because he's dealing with a lot of loss, and I hope that he kind of gets some help with that. I'm not saying he needs to talk to a therapist, but maybe, or maybe he meets some new friends soon that can kind of help him kind of, manage that, because losing your friends is tough. I've never lost a friend physically, like no one's ever passed away. And, I'm grateful to be able to say that. Like a close friend, I've never experienced that before. But I have lost friends in other ways where we no longer have that relationship. And that shit is hard. It is. It's a lot to think about, a lot to process. It's hurtful. It's painful. You start to think about things that could have been done differently, things that could have been said, things maybe that shouldn't have been said. So anyways, it's a lot. So I can imagine how he feels. Just based on my own experiences. So you're not being a bad wife, but this is an opportunity for you to step up and do some things different, and to really tap in to help him through this. You know what I'm saying? Because based on a lot of experiences that I've had and things that I've read about men, I know that grief and really saying you need help or you need something can be tough, because I think that it's always that expectation for men to kind of have it together and to be okay and not be emotional and not fall apart. And maybe your husband needs to unravel and fall apart and really deal with what he's feeling because of losing 5 friends. Like I said, 3 are alive, but they're in different states. So the dynamic of the relationship I'm sure has changed. And then losing 2, 2 have passed away. So not a bad wife, just a time to show up a little differently, to figure out what it is that your husband needs from you. So that's what I think. So GP fam, as always, please meet me in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Maybe some of y'all have experienced this as well. When people, your significant other has lost people in their lives and you see how they change and they aren't really able to express their needs. And maybe it's coming out as jealousy or resentment, but it's not really that. So y'all give her some words of advice, some words of encouragement. I appreciate that. yeah, y'all, so that's it. That's the end of the video. I will be back very soon. I appreciate y'all watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Thank you so much. Make the best of the day, y'all. Be good to yourself. Peace.
I be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you